We're going on location to Evil Intentions in Elgin, Illinois to learn about their 2022 season.
Evil Intentions is in an old Elgin Casket Company building. So the haunted attraction, you actually go through a real life haunted building. Lots of stories, lots of histories about the place. And our theme, we try to stick with exactly the story of the building. So all of our characters, all of our set designs, our soundtrack, everything is tailored to what you may actually find if you entered this creepy building. We don't really do a lot of the animatronics. We do a lot of the fancy scenes, a lot of fancy sets, but we really focus on our characters. It's very actor driven. So 100% focus goes into the costumes and the scare effect. You walk into the queue, it kind of sets up what the haunted attraction really is going to be like. The music is cranked really loud, the lights are just power surging, it's very dark, it's very dirty, and our actors are climbing around and in your face from the moment you enter to the moment you leave. Our training starts around June. We start very early with the training, especially for the rooms we call like the jungle gym rooms, like the ending room, maximum security. There's actors climbing, they're hanging upside down, sliding down poles. I mean, they need to really choreograph with each other. So we will come in, we'll set out an outline for them and then let them play within that outline. It's not too strict where you have to go here and you have to go there. They can initiate it in that room and see what works better for them, where the scares work. We just kind of guide them a little bit, but it is very strict training for that. It's one wrong move, one wrong jump, somebody's could get seriously hurt. We've had actors that are still with us after 10 years and have worked in the same area together. And they're just so in sync, even with the music. There's one song in particular, it'll play through maybe halfway through the song, it will stop, and the lights are sound activated, so it goes completely pitch black. The actors know when it's gonna hit, they know how long it's gonna be off, and when it's gonna turn back on, and they choreograph a routine and a scare for that part in particular, and it's very cool to see. We wanna be the type of haunt that really scares you. Not enough to where you don't go back again, but to where you're having a good time, you're coming out, you're sweating, you're laughing, and you want to come back with your friends and go do it again. And it's kind of different show every time around. So you can experience new things every time you enter.
Why was that approach important to you?
We want to mix it up. I think if the customers kind of feel like they're being attacked from all angles, we're above you, we're way above you, we're below you, we're crawling on the ground, customers are going to look all different ways. They're not going to know which direction it's coming from, which in turn provides a great misdirection scare for another actor to come get you. Yeah, we try to immerse them as much as we can with that.
Tell me about the soundtrack.
One of our actors, Tim Stedman, produced the whole soundtrack. Even before I met him, I wanted to have a specific soundtrack just for Evil Intentions. And I always had a certain type in mind. A great example for me is the Outlast video games. The soundtrack, the score in there was so haunting and so creepy when you played those games. Tim came aboard, we met Tim, and he says, hey, I'm a sound engineer, I can compose something like that. So I showed him examples of what we would love to do. He went on his own, created a whole album for us, and just nailed everything. I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love what they do to entertain people. And we've taken a lot of elements from that as well. You know, so when you pull up to the casket company, when you enter the queue line, you will hear that playing.
Welcome to the Elgin Casket Company. Your tour will begin shortly.
The whole time.
And then also you're selling the soundtrack as well this year.
Correct, yeah, selling the CDs. You can pick them up here. They'll eventually be on our website that we're having redone to order. Proven to be very popular. For this season, it's been a wild ride so far. Every year we always make changes. Always make a lot of changes. We don't want people to come in, see the same sets, the same thing over and over. And we want to build new areas for our actors to jump around and get crazy. And we're going to be redoing at least 2 or 3 new areas after MHC is done. Adding on a few more maybe industrial sets that you're going to see in there. So we're putting a lot more attention into our costumes. There's already a lot of work into them. We're going to keep upgrading them year after year. There's going to be a lot more scare spots, a lot more, I want to say, kind of old school scares that work very well that we're going to be adding through. Our season starts next Friday and Saturday in September. It'll be 6 weeks, 21 nights total. We have your basic general, your VIP fast pass, and then we have an instant in as well. People looking for a different style of haunt, a very intense kind of old school haunt, come see us.